I watched the 5 episodes of the HBO Max A Body in the Snow Karen Read documentary with zero knowledge of anything Karen Read trial. I am just now diving in. Here are my thoughts. My first take on Karen Read was, I don't like her. Okay? This is my first take. And this is why first impressions are so important for these things, because when I first met her on the documentary, I was like, she's tough, she's cold, she's almost unlikable, she seems irritated. And what happened was my first gut feeling was like, it feels like she did it. There's no emotions, there's no vulnerability, there's no warmth, there's no empathy, nothing. But then you start to realize that she's fed up. She's been doing this for years. She's been dealing with this for years, and she's over it. She's over having to prove herself, and she's living in purgatory, proving herself for something that she, in my opinion, well, she feels like she didn't commit. The first couple of episodes, the one thing that really kind of got me was when she woke up in the morning and she knew he wasn't home. They had been fighting, she was drunk, she drove home, she was yelling at him, and she knew he wasn't home. She called her friend Jen McCabe and she said, we got to go look for him. And she was the first person that spots his body. That's weird. She looks over, that's his body. No one else could see his body. She spots his body. It's dark, it's blizzard, she's freaking out. I was like, why would she know his body's there? That's weird. So my indication after episode 2 was like, she did it. And then episode 3, how long to die in cold. That was the text message that Miss Jen McCabe, the Google search at 2:37 a.m. I said, that's not something you text or search at 2:37 a.m. unless you're actually searching to find out how long someone is dying in cold. Not to mention all of his scratch marks by a dog on his arm, and then you find out that they rehomed their dog. Oh, and then the man who had the text messages back and forth, the flirty text messages, who happened to cut through a military base and pull the SIM card and throw away his phone and his SIM card in the dumpster. So this is just the documentary, which I'm hearing doesn't even touch on the Apple Watch, doesn't touch on so many other pieces of evidence and inconsistencies in different testimonies, which is why I'm now going into the 13th Juror podcast, which is like a 44 episode podcast on foot. There is so much that is pointing towards Karen Read's innocence. And I can't believe that she ended the first trial on a mistrial. So we got to get Karen Read to be, out of this. And I will be devastated if she has to go through this again and is not found innocent. But off to listen to the podcast, and I'll give you guys the play-by-play. I feel so green. Some of you guys have been in this for years.